and also hopefully to play some hockey. Class of 2022 wants to be a Marine, naval aviator. Apparently I dropped him on his head when he was a younger kid, but no, I kid. He is incredible son. Couldn't be more happy. But also couldn't be more happy because we have a huge week here at Top Gun Options. We only do this about 3 times, maybe 4 times a year. We're doing our full throttle, full week of live trading and training. We open up the doors. You get to hang out in our actual trade rooms throughout the week whenever you can. And if you can't make it to anything, don't worry about it because everything's recorded and we're going to put it on a replay page for you. All you have to do is head to go.topgunoptions.com/joinft. That means join full throttle. Just give us your email, your first name, and if you want to get text alerts, I'm going to show you during our live training sessions and trading sessions that we send out text alerts to our members in case you can't be any of the briefs. You can be sitting in there, in your Monday death by meeting going, okay, well, awesome. There's a bull put spread on Amazon, actually, which I just sent out a couple minutes ago to my members. And all the flight schedule for the events is on the page right here. Tonight we're going to kick off at 7 o'clock, obviously after the market is closed. I'm going to give you a brief about who Top Gun Options is, who I am, our background, and our trading methodology, and then the rest of the live trade briefs are on here for the rest of the week. We'll throw in a copy of our OPCL, that's the Options Pocket Checklist, and also a copy of our trade plan just for registering, folks. I strongly recommend that when you get this trade plan, you page through it and read it. Many of you have been wandering around the financial training desert for years, or actually you probably say financial education. You will get zero financial education here. You will get training. The world's full of educated derelicts. Training gives you a skill, okay? So make sure you look at this trade plan because I remember being in your shoes, that lowly retail trader going, hey, I need a trade plan, and the dude on the stage going, yeah, you should have one. Next question. And of course, that's because they didn't have one either. What's going on, folks? So it really seems like Trump's fighting kind of 2 fights here. He's got his boxing gloves on, so he's trying to figure out what's going to happen with North Korea there, and he's also kind of laying out demands for a new Iran deal. Man, he's playing rope-a-dope strategically in 2 areas, and I think he's doing a pretty damn good job. Love or hate the guy. If Hillary Clinton were president and this was going on, well, first of all, she wouldn't have rescinded the Iran deal because most of those, as the Iranians have told us, took bribes. I'm dying. I still have my bag of popcorn sitting here waiting to just choke to death on it when they release the names of the people who voted for the Iran deal that Iran bribed. Can't believe that this isn't a bigger story, but you guys know the liberal media as well as I do. So Pompeo's doing a nice job with North Korea and Iran. Why do I brief this? Because you have to have a strategic brief. You have to have situational awareness about what's going on because all of this impacts that right there. Okay, let's move on. This was the news last week. I've been telling you that Steve Mnuchin, Larry Kudlow have been quiet as a field mouse for the past for the past month. It seems like a year, don't it? And last week, the president's sitting down with the head of NATO, just kind of let this one fly. I don't think the China trade talks are going to be successful. Boom, yesterday. Treasury Secretary calls, it says that the U.S. and China has suspended tariffs. What's that mean? Put your rally flag back on here. Now, if you're educated, you do what? You read this and you say, well, the president can always put these tariffs back on. So in the blink of a tweet, folks, Friday morning or next Tuesday night at midnight, the president can say, hey, we tried with China, game back on, fights on. Be very careful that this is waving the rally flag. If the president gets soft on this and we're still getting kicked in the gut by China in a month or 2 from now as far as trade, he's going to look like an ass, and that's not going to be good. So at least for now, with this 350-point rally in the Dow, looks like the all clear has sounded. Because remember, right around here, I'm saying, what's going to take us higher? Earnings ain't going to take us higher. Where's that? Here you go. Strong earnings? Don't expect the market to rally. Well, that's kind of a scary headline. We had rip your face off Q1 earnings, and what happened? The market kind of shrugged. That's dangerous. Here were the Q1 earnings rally. We knew things were going to get great. And when did we rally based on the future? The past. This January rip your face off rally was, it's going to be all sunshine and lollipops this year. And now we're paying for this hangover. So be very, very careful on the, let's put the rally flag up. I love it, man. All our positions are doing great. Raytheon, CSX, win. We just put a weekly options trade on Amazon. That's looking good. We're looking at the 1567.5, 1565 at about, I sent the alert out at 70 cents. It's down to 60 now. 30 contracts. This is $300 gain since I sent out that text alert right there. So nice little $300 gain in Amazon to offset a kick in the gut we got last week with Amazon, which we'll cover in our briefs this week. Keep an eye on some of these canaries in the coal mine, folks. A 10-year that's still hovering around 3, oil up at around $80, and low volume. I got to be honest with you, folks. These, all my buddies are in the Hamptons, probably still hungover from the weekend. And look at volatility. We're under 13. Our new resting heart rate, folks, look at this. After the January, all the short vol traders got killed. We were around a 19 or a 20 was this new normal. You see this? And then right about 2 weeks ago, we said nothing bad can ever happen again. And what happened? Volatility has imploded. My God, man, we're going to cover this all week, folks. Make sure you register. You're going to learn a lot of wizisms this week. When volatility is cheap, that's cheap volatility, whiz. Exactly. You buy it. When volatility is expensive after all these big spikes, you do what? You sell it. Let me say that one more time. When vol's cheap, you buy it. When it's expensive, you sell it. With everything that's going on in the world, this is a great time to get long vol. Dow up 350 points. Looks like North Korea, we're going to sit down with them. We'll take care of Iran. Peace, love, and understanding is going to break out. I got it, folks. Always, always, always have an ejection seat. Even though I thought I was the best damn naval aviator on the face of the earth, I never went flying on a combat sortie over Iraq with no ejection seat. I ain't that good, folks, so always make sure you have a hedge on, or what I call a tredge, right? It's a trade and a hedge. It's a little bit of both, because on a trade, you want to make money. On a hedge, I don't care if I lose money, right? I never sat there on my ejection seat and said, man, I'd rather have the 800 pounds of gas that this ejection seat weighs than have this safety of getting out of the airplane alive. If somebody ever thought that, we'd throw them out of the squadron because they're mental. So obviously stocks are catching a little bit of a bid as trade war fears are easing, but I'm going to tell you the other reason this low volume, low volatility rally is happening is because the second quarter has been one massive short squeeze. So I'm going to cover this probably not tonight, tomorrow at 1 o'clock in our primary live trade brief. And again, to register for all that stuff, all you need to do is head to go.topgunoptions.com/join-FT, and we're going to talk about the volatility trade right now, man. It's been one giant short squeeze, and short squeezes end. We're going to get some PMIs this week, some Fed minutes, and it really does seem like every Fed lieutenant in the Fed squadron is speaking this week, which is going to be interesting. The pain just keeps coming for Elon Musk. I'm going to talk to you this week about my fangs, and the T is silent. It's the fangs. Well, I pronounced the T in that one. Tesla will be lucky to be solvent in a couple quarters. I told you by the end of, I said this 6 to 8 months ago, by the end of Q2 of this year, he'd be jonesing for some cash. Week and a half ago, they said, we're jonesing for some cash. I nailed it. And that, people are imploding in these things, and it's a auto company priced like a tech company, and this dude's burning through cash like a drunken sailor. And I have some experience as a drunken sailor. We're also going to talk about how the strong dollar right now, another canary in the coal mine, is beating the crap out of emerging markets. We have to take a look at our EWZ trade. We like trading Brazil down south. Was a great trade for a while. Can still be a great trade, but we're kind of doing this slide for life here. And I'm going to talk about how to trade emerging markets as well. It's kind of a Captain Kirk trade right now, boldly going where nobody's going right now. So we'll talk about EWZ this week. But last week we had some soft macroeconomic data, from housing starts and permits to the National Association of Home Builders to retail sales. Really didn't see a reason for this. You see this, all that kind of bad housing and retail data. We all kind of, this was I said, give me until next week. This is the precipice. We're either going to head higher or we're heading back down to this 50. And after Mnuchin, Larry Kudlow just got off the TV, the market whisperer, who was stolen from CNBC to be Trump's economic blankie, just sat here and said, hey, things might be good. The words might. Folks, I want things to be good. I got a hell of a lot of bullish trades on. I'm a perma bull. But when it comes down to it, you have to be careful, man. So always hedge. So by registering to attend our full week of live trading and training, I'm going to cover all these things, just not in a 10-minute Monday market video here. And if you're not getting these consistently, folks, do me a favor. Go to go.topgunoptions.com/sitrep. Okay, SITREP. SITREP. That's where you can, I don't shoot these consistently at the same time throughout the day. I like shooting them whenever something's going on in the market. So to get this daily video, it's free. Obviously, you're watching it, and it's free. I'll give you about a 10 to 15 market update and, let you know what's going on. All you need is your name and your email and click send there. And it's pushed out to you, so you don't have to come to the homepage and say, hey, this guy post this yet? Did he post this yet? It gets pushed to you as soon as I publish it, okay? So 2 things you need to do right now. Go.topgunoptions.com/sitrep. A sitrep is military slang for what? A situation report. Hey, here's what's going on. And then the second thing, or actually the first thing you need to do is register for Full Throttle this week. We're going to have a blast. A lot going on in the markets, and we're going to have a good time. So head to go.topgunoptions.com/join-FT, and I'll see many of you guys tonight at 7 p.m. And do me a favor, share this on your Twitter, your Facebook, your Insta. I guess you can't share it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and your social media, so we can get some good members, new members in our squadron. We have a lot of folks. We have like 3-tier folks. Like one guy brought in another dude who brought in his buddy, who's bringing a buddy. I think we're going 4 generations deep of TGO members. This is our 8th year in business, folks. We know what we're doing. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. God bless, and I'll see you at 7 o'clock tonight.